A huge problem with modern depictions of hell, especially in churches and fear-based evangelical presentations like Heaven's Gates, Hell's Flames, is that hell is presented as a place where Satan rules and reigns and demons torture lost souls in a giant pit of fire. And that's nowhere to be found in your Bible. Go ahead, press pause and look it up. The closest thing you could find was a mention of a few sinful angels bound in chains of darkness until judgment in 2 Peter 2:4 and Jude 1:6, and references as to what would happen at Satan at the end of days in Revelation. That's right, kids. According to your Bible, Satan has never been to hell. He and demons sure as heck don't reign there. And when they are eventually cast to their place of torment, they don't get to sit on thrones or anything like that. In fact, they don't get to do anything that brings them glee. And that includes torturing lost human souls. In fact, most Christians have no idea when they use the word hell, they aren't even referring to a place name that Jesus or any writers of the Bible refer to. In fact, they're using a place name that originated in pagan mythology. Oh, it's time to crack that cognitive dissonance, folks. As I've discussed extensively before and in workshops, there are 4 words in the Bible collectively translated as hell into the English Bible when the Bible was translated into English. Those words are sheol, Hades, Gehenna, and Tartarus, and each word conveys different meaning. There is no word hell in Hebrew, Aramaic, or Greek. And Latin, while we're at it. So where did the word hell come from? When Christians use the word hell, we are actually using pagan terminology. While the term hell nowadays refers to a place or state of punishment and torment after death, depicted as fiery and infernal in Western religious traditions, the word hell in English is derived from the Old English word hell or hel, which referred to a place of the dead or the underworld. But this Old English word comes from the Proto-Germanic yo, denoting an underworld or realm of the dead. And the Proto-Germanic word comes from a Proto-Indo-European root, hel, meaning to cover, conceal, or hide, suggesting that the earliest conceptions of hell were associated with a hidden or covered place, an underground realm where the dead reside. And in Germanic languages like Old Norse, hel is both the name of the underworld and the goddess who rules over it. But their hell was nothing like our hell, and the goddess Hel was nothing like our modern understanding of Satan. Hel was the daughter of Loki, which tells you quite a bit. And she sported a look half buzzing with life and half dead, decaying right before your eyes. And this striking half and half appearance isn't just for show. It symbolized her dominion over life's final chapter, death itself. Hel ruled over Helheim, also called Hell, one of the 9 worlds tucked away in Norse cosmos. But forget the fiery pits of Christianity. Hell in Norse mythology is more about the bone-chilling cold and dreariness that seeps into your bones at death. And in her cold, shadowy realm, Hell oversees those who didn't die in battle, but passed away from illness or old age. And the souls in her care didn't get the glory of Valhalla. Instead, they spend their afterlife under Hell's watchful eye in a cold reflection of their earthly lives. Hell's story and her somber realm give us a peek into the Norse view of death, not as a place of punishment, but as a natural, inevitable phase of life. So in ancient Germanic paganism, hell wasn't a place of punishment, but was a neutral afterlife destination. It was a realm where the dead went, governed by the goddess Hel, a somewhat neutral figure rather than a malevolent one. But with the spread of Christianity in 2 Germanic-speaking regions in the 4th and 6th centuries, the pagan term hell began to be reshaped and was often used to translate the Hebrew words sheol and Gehenna and the Greek words Hades and Tartarus. And thus the Old English hell merged with the Christian understanding of Gehenna, leading to the modern English concept of hell as a place of damnation and suffering for the wicked. And this blending of pre-Christian and Christian elements created the multifaceted and enduring image of hell in English-speaking cultures. The practice of translating Gehenna and Hades as hell became more consistent among English translators after the Norman conquest, notably with John Wycliffe in the 14th century. And during this time, there was a marked effort to make the scriptures more accessible to English speakers. And this shift contributed significantly to the development of theological concepts in the vernacular, including the use of hell to denote various terms for the underworld or realms of the dead. And by this time, the term hell in English came to encompass a broad spectrum of human fears, beliefs, and notions about the afterlife. Medieval Christian literature like Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy depict crazy depictions of hell's various torments and levels, fueling today's understanding of hell. But these images weren't based off the Bible, but they were a hodgepodge of mythologies like Virgil's Aeneid, the apocryphal Apocalypse of Peter, the writings of Thomas Aquinas and St. Augustine, and medieval visions such as the vision of Nugdal and the vision of St. Paul, which heavily influenced Catholic doctrine. And Dante's work, written in the early 14th century, became immensely influential in shaping the Western imagination's perception of hell as a structured, hierarchical place of punishment with specific tortures for different sins. And this depiction of hell in art, literature, and popular culture has reinforced and expanded upon these medieval notions. Paintings by artists like Hieronymus Bosch and texts like Milton's Paradise Lost further embedded the imagery of a fiery, torturous underworld in the collective unconscious, where demons and devils torture poor lost souls. But zero of that is based on the Bible. So the English word hell is a product of a long and intricate evolution, drawing from linguistic roots in Proto-Indo-European and Proto-Germanic languages, historical transformations brought about by the spread of Christianity into pagan lands, and rich cultural influences from literature, art, and folklore. So the next time you hear a Bible-believing preacher in your Bible-believing church speak of imps, devils, and demons tormenting souls in a fiery pit of hell, gently remind them that the idea of Satan and his minions ruling over anything in hell isn't actually found in their Bible. And that word hell, it's a pagan word that doesn't quite mean what they think it does. God bless. See you soon.